I just want to let you guys know this is the third time I've recorded this. I have no voice. I've had throat malaria, and I think actually talking's been clearing it up a little bit, but my wife's off work. It makes it harder for me to do videos. Plus I was like bedridden. I had throat malaria. Throat ninjas went into my throat and just cut them up with their like swords. And then I couldn't talk for a couple days. I couldn't swallow. Big excuses, but I wanted to make a video today, and I'm just going to do one completely off the cuff. I know, Scott Bunning, that I'm the only guy you watch on YouTube, but I wanted to talk about other YouTubers so that maybe you have a better suggestion for things to watch. Oh my god, I love all my fans. There's people that comment consistently on my videos that really make it easier for me to continue this thing. Butters FC, we played Counter-Strike together. Carly Hart, you're just a lovely, lovely lady. Pat the Sound Guy, Scott Bunning comments, 20,000 comments every time. Todd Anderson, you're my favorite. You're my dude. Two Gamers, Bruce Wayne, Mike Noel. I made a website, timmyjoe.com. If you're a true fan, you'll go look at it. It's really terrible. It's like GeoCities, if you know what GeoCities is. But yeah, we're going to talk about YouTubers today. I got an inspiration from Alex Meyers, my friend. He's a guy. He lives in Japan. He is an American, though. Why he lives in Japan, I don't know, because he wants to. But he has almost 2,000 subscribers. So if you can go give him a pity subscribe, he needs like 15 or like 18 or something subscribers to hit 2,000. As well as if you're new here, my name's Timmy Joe. I need like 15 subscribers or 14 to hit 4,000. So come and help your little YouTubers. Speaking of subscribers, go subscribe to Alex Meyers. But I want to talk about the subscription page. The main homepage. I hear that's the way most people. It used to have your subscriptions would be like in there somewhere, so you could see these videos pop up. But now it's just like only what YouTube thinks you want to watch, which makes it harder for my videos to show up in people's feeds. And you get in these weird wormholes. Like I watched one Poppy video.
I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy.
Maybe 5 Poppy videos.
I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy.
Don't go check it out. This little white girl that says, I'm on the floor. Now that's all that's in my suggested on my homepage. I watched one Lazy Town.
If you wanna be a villain #1, you have to chase a superhero on the run.
Now that 100 of those show up in my suggested on my homepage. I'm going to go through the subscriptions that I really love, because I've recently weeded out a lot of people so that I see some good content on my subscription page. And maybe you can take inspiration and check out some of these people. Maybe you'll just stop watching the video now. I don't know. Vloggers. We all loved Casey Neistat and his amazing videos, right? Then he stopped. And if you are a real Casey-aholic but have never heard of Ben Brown, which would be kind of weird because Casey and Ben are friends. Ben is this like British / South African white guy that travels around the world and shows you this awesome, amazing point of view, this beautiful, like how beautiful the earth is. He recently went to Antarctica with an astronaut. Maybe that was not Antarctica, but it was actually the Arctic. Yeah, that makes more sense. He does these visual vibe videos. Really awesome guy. Check out Ben Brown. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I like this vlogger. He is the embodiment of a trailer park boy. If you know what Trailer Park Boys is, Canadian thing. Well, this guy's a Canadian, and it's like he watched way too much Trailer Park Boys in the beginning when they first started out and said, I can do that. So he built all these like sea cans and stuff in a backyard of his, and they made these like lawnmower engine go-karts, and they were jumping them in like the wintertime, and had all these like viral videos of him jumping stuff with his friends where they're wearing like hockey helmets, and it's like completely unsafe. It got millions of views. He also gets in trouble with the cops all the time, and that goes viral. He's a big pro pot advocate. I don't know about that, but I watch him every day. He puts up a video, like a 20-minute video of his life every day at like 9 o'clock. Before I go to bed, I watch it because I'm jealous of his life. He has created a YouTube life where he lives in a car garage with a hoist, a plasma cutter, a welder, all these like a sandblaster, air hoses. And if I had that life where I could fund, silly adventures and have a garage filled with plasma cutters and welders and, you know, be able to film that every day for you guys, I think that's what I would do. I'm a big nerd. Complete moving on here. And I like weird tech videos, and there's a lot of that on YouTube. It's a big niche. Tech Moan, British guy, British bloke. He buys these old audio hi-fi technologies or video technologies or even like action cams and dash cams and stuff and reviews them. I like the older stuff where he'll take, like, there's this record, like vinyl record video technology that was like a video on a record that was in a little housing, and you'd put that in a machine and it would play an actual video for you. I love him because he's got this dry British wit about everything. Every video makes a disclaimer with this like puppet about how the commenters are going to say something bad about his hands while he's doing something. I don't know. You have bad fingernails. I'm a beetle. On the complete American end of that spectrum, there is this guy, 8-Bit Guy. He was Apple iBooks guy. He's a super nerd. He's like if Professor Frink and Steve Urkel had a baby. Like, he is such a nerd, and he does the same thing, but with like older computers, like Commodore 64s, and shows you how like recording data to like audio cassette tapes worked back in the day, and like Tandy, Apple II computers and stuff like that. But he did one recently where he showed you before SD cards were a big thing in the 90s. They actually made digital cameras that recorded directly to floppy disks, and he does a whole series on it, and it's like, I'll watch that for days. Like, it's a 20-minute video, and the best part of it is he's talking to a friend of his that has one of these had one of these, like, back in the day, these floppy disks digital cameras, and you can tell they was just them two there. But he went, hey, I have an idea for my video. Can you film me like after I'm done filming you, and we'll like film both of our perspectives, and I'll edit it together like there's a third cameraman like filming me, like go like, oh yeah, to your conversation. And I can just, I saw right through it because he's such a nerd that the way he edited it was not right. Another guy like that, Lazy Game Reviews. He's like this comb over ginger guy that goes to like Salvation Army and finds old video game systems and Windows 3.1 things. And he likes like wood grain, and I don't know, something about the nerdiness that is these three guys that really speaks to me. Moving on to car channels. If you're a car nerd like I am, I've actually like rebuilt some cars in my life with my dad, and even a sort of a muscle car, a 1970 Pontiac. We drove away at our wedding. Like, I did a full restore on it and like gussied up the engine. Maybe I'll talk about that someday. I have a video on another channel about it, but I got rid of it because it was too big to fit in my garage, and ended up buying a Lexus supercar that I crashed. If you've never heard of regular car reviews, they review like a Ford Focus or, some car from the 90s, like a Dodge Aries or something like that. And the way they show it is like from the layman's terms of like the regular old Joe car. Your grandma drove it, but if you look at it here in the, the 2016, it is the worst car that ever was made. Doug DeMuro also, he'll like buy a Dodge Viper from the 90s or 2000s and show you, over 6 months how owning that car is just a ridiculous thing and you should never do it. Did it with a Hummer and an Aston Martin. Love those guys. Moving on to video games. If you like video games, I do too, but I got a kid now and I barely ever get to play them. I've been trying to beat Doom for like a month now. Video Game Donkey, if you never heard of him, does these commentaries on older video games, and now he does them on newer video games, and just the way he makes fun of video games really speaks to me. He's really funny.
It's a new pair of yes, there you go. No, fuck it. Come on, jump, you piece of shit. Downtown. It's hey. What? Hey, look what I got. Took me a couple tries, but at the end of you dropped it.
Game Ranks, wonderful channel that does like just straight up video game news. They do it from two different perspectives, a guy that shows his face and a guy that doesn't, kind of like a host and kind of like a commentator. And the way they split it out, and they review every new video game and they give you their honest opinion on whether you should spend your hard-earned money on it. Definitely check them out. If you like cooking, but you don't like watching cooking videos because they're boring, watch You Suck at Cooking.
You suck at cooking. Yeah, you totally suck.
Yeah, you totally suck. That guy's hilarious. He'll like make in the video, he's like, I gotta chop an onion. I got the onion chopper 5000. And he'll like scotch tape 4 knives together, and he goes to like hit the onion, but he'll like cut it so that the onion explodes into like perfect cubes. And he's like, that's the onion 5000. He never shows his face. He does this whole stop motion egg thing where he has eggs talk to each other. Hard to explain. Go check that channel out. If you're like a big Star Trek nerd like I am, there's a whole channel called Trexpertise that is devoted to like analyzing Star Trek to its core. And there's been Star Trek movies. They're abominations as far as I'm concerned. I watched Star Trek since I was a little kid. I was Commander Riker for Halloween in like 1996. I got the Starship Enterprise like as a toy for Christmas, and it made my Christmas day. So if you like Star Trek, watch Trexpertise. It's this tiny channel, really big niche, but they're amazing. I think that's it. So yeah. Thanks to Alex Meyers for suggesting this video, and by suggesting I mean doing it, and then I copied him. I'm going to make videos, mostly tech related from now on, I think. I'm going to try and review things, and in between there I'll do videos like this where I give my opinion and show my personality. I want to keep kind of a balance of you're subscribed to me because you like my personality, but you're also subscribed to me because I, update you on the world of tech and stuff like that. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a very, very much day. My name is Timmy Joe. If you hit the subscribe button, I'm very sick, but I'll be back when I'm healthy, maybe later tomorrow. All right, bye.